Hello again everyone, Dflekd here, Firm and Fair Gaming. Wanted to bring you a video on the Hatred Assassin. This will be a great AoE dot class. It does a ton of damage AoE. Very good for dots, so consistent damage as well. I'll also be putting out a video later on for the Deception Assassin, which is more of a burst AoE and more focuses on single target. It's just better at bursting down single target than it is AoE. So Hatred Assassin, really good for AoE, really good for consistent damage. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment below, and we'll get right into the build here. So, on my Hatred Assassin, I am running two things you want to keep note of. Accuracy, I'm slightly over, so if you scroll down, I'm at 110.24. Anything over 110% is a waste, but you need to hit that 110 so you don't miss anything. So, very important, accuracy needs to get to 110%. After your accuracy is at 110%, your next goal is to get alacrity to 7.15%. So, again, I'm slightly over and I haven't, optimized all the gear I have on all my characters, but we're working towards that. Anyway, 7.15 is the goal for alacrity. That will get you to the GCD that is required. After you have met your accuracy and your alacrity, dump everything else you have into crit. So there's a couple different ways you can get to the accuracy. That's to put in different augments. You can get accuracy augments. You can also run different stims. And I'm using the advanced stim, so this one gives me the 264 accuracy and 109 crit. So unfortunately this one isn't a biochem, so I actually have to make these and just use the ones that aren't a reusable one, but it works just the same. Getting into the relics, running the focused retribution is best, as well as the serendipitous assault for the extra power and mastery. The implants I am using are dynamic force, which reduces the cooldown of recklessness, and also force training, because who doesn't like flat damage increases? As for the tree, it is the same tree I run on my Jedi, so if you watch that video, I'm going to quickly go through this one as well. This is the Dflekd. Dflekd deals 10% more damage. Then I run Maul Spike, dealing damage with Maul or Leeching Strike from stealth, stuns the target for 2 seconds. That's just something I use because I don't use overload, so it is what it is. There's not very many choices on this row. Anyone is viable though. The next one, I do use Befall. Dealing damage with Eradicate applies Befall to the target, increasing the critical hit chance of your dots by 10%. So when you deal damage with Eradicate, your dots then have a 10% more increased chance to crit. Maliciousness is also the one I use. So killing an enemy or activating Recklessness resets all the melee. Going up, I use Formless Phantom. As Darkness, reduce all damage taken while stunned. As Deception and Hatred, reduce the damage taken from area effects by 30%. Then Lambast, increase the damage dealt by Lacerate by 25%. I move up and take Force Shroud. And then Phantom Stride, because Phantom Stride grants Reaper's Rush, allowing your next Assassinate to be used on the target regardless of the remaining health. So, how that works is when you Phantom Stride in, you get a free Assassinate. Very nice. Great damage increase there. Great ability to take. So, what you want to be watching for as a Hatred Assassin. Dflekd. Dflekd, damage taken from area effects increased. Damage taken from casters' dots increased. Why is that important? Because you have two main dots. Creeping Terror. Periodical internal damage, and then also Discharge. Blast the target with raw lightning, dealing X amount of damage over 18 seconds. So those are your two dots you want to keep up on the target. The third one will be Eradicate. So when you have these two up, you'll see Eradicate, but Eradicate is a very short dot. It only lasts 5 seconds. So you got to keep that up because that one will make these other two give you that 10% increased crit chance. Your whole goal in this build is to keep up Deathfield when it's on for cooldown all the time. Make sure your dots don't fall off and keep up Eradicate as often as you can. Don't reapply Eradicate when you have Eradicate at half full. If you get it to proc and it's still half the ticks left, don't reapply it. Just wait until it falls off or reapply to someone else. Lacerate will spread your dot, so when you have your dots up, if you lacerate and hit the target with another target beside it, you have to hit the original target. It will spread the dots from the original target to any target it hits with it. So if there's a big group here, you have your dots on one person, everyone, this one's dotted up, and you have 6 people around you, you lacerate, make sure you hit the target. It will then apply the dots to the remaining targets. Very important, very big part of the gameplay to spread the dots and have the damage going over other players or other, enemies, whatever you want to call it. Other than that, basically you're going to use Leeching Strike as your next priority, and then Thrash when you just have nothing left. Thrash and Saber Strike. So you can do this multiple different ways. Like I said before in most of my videos, there is no end-all be-all rotation because there's different situations. You might just come out of a pack, you won't have some abilities up, some abilities might be on cooldown. You might be in a certain pack where you're going to want an ability and you see your packs dying, so you don't want to use one of your abilities because you're moving into the next pack. Different situations, different things. But main thing I do, if I'm coming from far away, and you'll see these both have a 30-meter range, you can actually either Phantom Stride in to get your proc, or Creeping Terror, and then Phantom Stride to get your proc in. You can put your dot on Spread, drop the Death Strike, Eradicate, and still have your free Assassinate. Or you can hit your Assassinate quicker. So if you're coming from way back, you will see, let me just try and get out of combat, but you can actually assassinate next. So you should go in, put your dot on, assassinate so it's going on cooldown, and then assassinate, and then add your other dot in depth field as well. So, do that. If you eradicate, you will also have eradicate back, and now you can see that it had a couple seconds left, and I don't want to reapply while it had time left, because then you're reapplying a dot where it's still doing damage. That's pretty much the gist of the rotation for Hatred. It's a lot of just watching your dots. That's the biggest goal. Watch your dots. Don't forget to use your recklessness. I use Wreck and then Death Field. So if you're close, you have your dots on the target, you've assassinated and eradicated, Reckless, Death Field, away you go. That's what I do, and then fill it with Leech Strike and Thrash. And that's the basics of Hatred. If you have any questions on it, let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.